Hello YouTube, here is the LUFENIA fight for the Thrall of Darkness Lost Chapter, which is Xande's Lost Chapter. I have decided to try using the same party I used with the previous LUFENIA. The intention is on wave 2 to switch out Yuffie with Sephiroth to get the burst effect up, and then as long as Yang's LD effect is up, Terra's just going to take all the turns at that point. Hopefully wave 1 doesn't screw me though, and the fact that my only heal is the Ignis regroup call. Hopefully this works just fine. But we will see. Let's try. So this first wave might be harder than it initially looks. Yeah, he's taking less damage than I was hoping he would. So I'm going to start with an Obero Strike with Yang after that. I don't need this. Okay, and then saying that again, now he's already at 87%. I'm going to open with Meltdown here. And Yang's going to kick. 13%. Poison's not a big problem, if you can get rid of that. Yeah, normally I would LD here, and then I don't need this again. You know what, I will do that. Yeah, the Ochi doesn't look like it's going to take too much trouble to beat, thankfully. My main concern is that Terra with Yang follow-ups might not do enough damage on the next wave. We'll see. I'm not too worried about the ads here. One thing I do want to try and make sure is that Yang has both his EX and LD buff up for the next wave, which might be hard to do. Some nice buffs there to steal if we wanted to. Oh. Okay, I was expecting the EX to be ready, but I guess I'll Obero Strike. Ah, EX next turn. Barn sets a core. That seems like a pretty good setup. Right, so what are these buffs? Do I want... You know what? I do want both of those. Thank you. And this works out. He's got his buffs ready for the next wave. I would like Terra to go third here. Second, I could probably still work with that. Should I put up Gauntlet? I think I should put up Gauntlet. Because it'll make the shield a lot easier to handle. So... yeah, I'm gonna Piercing Gleam. I'm trying to do it all right from the beginning. If it doesn't work, I'll restart the wave. Try again. And then, because there's no reason not to use it, I'll Ninja Slice. Actually, there was reason not to use it, and that's the orb, which I didn't consider. Right, Gauntlet. Now, will Terra's Meltdown bring her forward enough? I'm hoping it does. It does. Oh, it brings her forward too much. What about Meteor? Not enough. I suppose I can let them take a turn. It's not a great idea. I'm not gonna summon yet. That's gonna be for later. Right, I need to refresh Oboro Strike, but before I do, let's put up Sage Fire. And then Oboro Strike. Okay. Then now we switch out. And we Heaven's Light. And that worked out well. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna use this, and then use both of these calls. And now Burst. Now, A will be taking slightly more damage due to the higher stack, but this looks like it's good. So I'm going to start with the Meltdown. Yeah, it's taking very slightly more damage. Followed by Meteor. And then a Riot Blade here. I want to remind you that the previous Lufenia was only +1 with what I was doing, but I still managed to make it work. So this could still potentially work. And they are taking a bit more damage than the previous one. At least that's what it looks like. Right, then I am going to dual cast. He's going to lose his orb. It's helped with the shield there. And he's obviously going to gain a shield too. I then Chaos Wave. I may have screwed up the second appearance. Okay, well, we'll see how this works. If this doesn't work, I will reset the wave and wait until later in the fight before I do that. But it seems to be working for now. One... Yeah, Yang's also going to be breaking too, which is going to be very helpful. As the one that I'm not targeting still gets broken in that regard. And in case it wasn't obvious what I'm doing, I am simply just targeting the enemy that has the most HP. So I believe they enrage when one dies, so I want to defeat them roughly at the same time. If possible. If I need to get the orb to tick up even further, I will use the summon. But I probably won't need to. The previous LUFENIA fight required you to apply 2 or more debuffs in one action, and Meltdown and Meteor both fulfilled that because it would apply a debuff on each enemy. In this case, it's Break, which is happening every turn, so it's giving them +1, but obviously then it ticks down 1, so it looks like it stays the same. And in this case, when Yang goes after, because it's ticking down before Yang's kick, it's then ticking back up, so it's actually ticking down and up, rather than up then down, which is why B is on 10 and not 9. So this is actually working out better than it did on the previous LUFENIA. Also, despite me targeting A, B is still taking more damage. Oh! I see why! I'm capping with my damage. Right, what would happen, out of curiosity, if I was to target this one? Would A take more damage from the splash? I couldn't really see that. It's hard to see in the chase. No, I think it's capping. He's definitely taking more from the kick. Right, Chaos Wave, that will extend her buffs a bit. I will need to Riot Blade during this Chaos Wave. Let's just test this here. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is capping on both of them. Yeah, 154998, it's capping on both of them. So it doesn't really matter who I target with Meltdown. I need to refresh her Riot Blade buff here, so I will do so. She is going to lose her speed up buff from Meteor, but that's absolutely fine. She doesn't need it. The Max Brave buff from Meltdown isn't even needed because she's using the Max Brave buff from her EX instead. Yeah, the break obviously takes it up by 1, but being a turn, it then ticks down by 1, which is why it looks like it's staying at 9, when in reality it's just going up then down. Yes, as you have pointed out, there are 4 stacks on B and 5 stacks on A, so A is taking slightly more HP damage because of that, which is what I expect to happen in this situation. But because Terra is capping, for her it doesn't matter, it's only really Yang's kicks that are being affected by it. no one else is being affected by it. And by no one else, I mean Terra, because obviously Sephiroth is being the useful guy he is by just standing there. I can't remember the increase based on the stacks. But obviously 5 is greater than 4. And therefore, as you would expect, I need to Riot Blade here, otherwise I will lose it. As you would expect. It is a bigger increase. I could have saved it for one turn, I guess. Yeah, I think that even if I run out of abilities here with Terra, which it honestly does look like I'm going to, I think I can still finish them off afterwards. Because I'm going to use the last Chaos Wave here. And they're at 25 and 28%. And I know they're going to get a buff to increase their defense even further in a bit if they haven't already applied it. But I've still got the summon as well to add more dark damage if I need to. And at that point when I've got the summon, I don't even need Sephiroth's ability, because the dark will tick it up during the summon. And I think the attack from Diablos himself also affects it. Yeah, meltdown. And then it's on to the EX. And yeah, I'm out of Chaos Waves here. That's fine. Right, he will need to focus. Get his buffs back. And now Sephiroth here. Sorry, that's not Sephiroth. I was confused why Sephiroth had Twin Wing Frenzy then. But no, it's Yang. Yang's getting a second turn. I'm glad I didn't just blindly click. That would have been disastrous. I'm actually not going to use the LD here, so he is going to lose it for a couple of turns. But the reason I'm doing that is so that it's covering a bigger area. Because we've got 2 turns before he gets another turn. So it's only these 2 attacks where the follow-up won't be there. But yeah, I was saying, it's like, I don't need to use Black Materia. I'm just going to use the LD. Because, well, the LD is AoE, one thing. And yeah, I really almost screwed myself there. So we've not got anything else for Terra except her actual abilities. And we're just going to continue as we are. And obviously Yang is now going to Obero Strike. Get his follow-ups back. And I can't even see the enemy's turns, so I probably won't even need the summon. I think this is done. Just to double check, the turn requirement is 70. Yeah, this is done. The only... actually no, she's going to have her EX ready. This is fine. We've now got a launch. I know it's a tiny amount of HP damage from Sephiroth there, but I'm still going to HP attack. then got a kick, and we can launch the other one if we target them, which I will do. Why not? Again, sure, it's not a huge amount of damage, but I'm still going to HP in the chase. Basically, I'm just going to keep targeting the enemy with the most HP. He's done with his Oboro strikes. So I'm going to kick here. I'm not sure if Scintilla will kill B here. It would obviously break them both. I either Scintilla and attack them both, possibly killing B, or I Fervent Blow A. I believe Fervent Blow now does splash damage, doesn't it? Yeah. So I think my best option this turn, because it's either going to be this turn or next turn that I use Fervent Blow anyway. I'm going to use Fervent Blow on this turn, in hopes that it doesn't kill one of them. Yes. Okay. That worked out, but Sephiroth's now getting another turn, which is not really ideal. This might kill B. It did kill B. Now A's going to get a buff if this doesn't kill him, but it did kill him. So I don't need to worry about that. Yeah, so that worked out. Didn't need a dedicated darkness. The summon was there, which I didn't need to use. So I could have used that at any point I was doing the Chaos Waves to help take up the orb, but I didn't need to take up the orb because it was being held steady. Let's bring up the party used. Oh, sorry, I accidentally clicked wrong, but there's the party used. My Yang's passives aren't the best. I should have actually checked before the fight to see if I've got better ones for him. But that's what I used. And, sorry, my chat's having a go at Buttspot, who I have in my channel. Yeah, Diabolos is there. Diabolos was there mainly for the dark damage, not for anything else. So the fact that I didn't use him, if you can replicate this team as I did, then you can use a different summon if you want to. Although Terra was capping, your Terra might be built differently and might not be capping. Mine was, so didn't really need to go with Diabolos. But if your Terra's not capping, you might want to go with maybe Ifrit for extra attack. Or if you don't have Trance Boost, you might want to go with extra Max Brave with Brothers. I think that's it. Pretty good. Nothing really else to say. First try. No retries. I honestly thought I might have to do a wave reset, but I didn't. Let's see. Other than Yuffie and Aerith, who blocks enemy buffs? Ignis, if you have his... what's it called? His pastry buff, which is his brave attack after quick recipe. If you have that up, that prevents all debuffs from enemies. Oh wait, sorry. You said buffs. Who prevents buffs? I don't think anyone else prevents buffs. Obviously Yuffie and Balthier can steal those buffs, and so can Locke with his C65, but that's only one and from one enemy, and it's not very reliable. And then you've got some characters which can remove all buffs from enemies. But that's it. The shield wasn't tied... Oh, what was it tied to a buff? No, the shield wasn't tied to a buff. They still had a shield, but it wasn't a buff. Although... No. Yeah, he was definitely there during the burst, and Gauntlet was up, which prevents buffs, and so they still got a bit of a shield. It probably wasn't as high as it could have been, but it was definitely there. I can't think of anything else to comment on. So, for YouTube, sorry about the little bit of a ramble after that. I was just answering a chat question. But yeah, for YouTube, that's going to be the end of the video. Fight done. Sorry about... I'm doing this next to the mic. I don't know what to say, and I apologise for saying It's been a while since I've regularly made YouTube content. But that was the LUFENIA fight. Using the same team as before. This isn't going to be a regular thing of using this team. And I wasn't intending to make like a saga of trying to use the same characters as some people have. But, and this is not a promise, I want to make sure this is very clearly not a promise. I might try to make Yuffie work in all future LUFENIAs. This is not a promise. I repeat, it is not a promise. But anyway, thank you for watching. Leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you want to see if you want to see the future videos. It might not just be Opera Omnia content. I might upload some other content, but I'm not sure about that yet. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching for the YouTube video. Goodbye. Have a good day. And now notices have come up on my screen, which means I can't click the stop recording button. But here is where I'm going to cut the video off. Good day, goodbye, good night, good morning, whatever the time of day is. I will see you, and I will need a better intro for the future. Goodbye. That's an outro, not an intro.